Humans are intelligent and they're introspective and they can reflect on the experiences of their life. So, for
Hmm.
example, there's been many years in my life where I ate an excessive amount of sugar.
Hmm.
And then a certain moment I woke up and said, why do I keep doing this? This doesn't feel good,
Hmm.
like long term. And I think, so going through the TikTok process of realizing, okay, when I shorten my attention span, actually that does not make me feel good longer term.
Hmm.
And realizing that, and then going to platforms,
Hmm.
going to places that um, are away from the sugar.
Hmm.
So in so doing, you can create platforms that can make a lot of money to help people wake up to what actually makes them feel good long term,
Right.
develop, grow as human beings. And it just feels like humans are more intelligent than mice looking for cheese. They're able to sort of think. I mean, we can contemplate our own mortality. We
Right.
can contemplate things like long term love, and we can have a long term fear of certain things like mortality. We can contemplate whether the experiences, the sort of the drugs of daily life that we've been partaking in is making us happier, better people. And then
Hmm.
once we contemplate that, we can make financial decisions in using services and paying for services that are making us better people. So it just seems that we're in the very first stages of social networks that just were able to make a lot of money really quickly.
Hmm.
But in bringing out sometimes the bad parts of human nature, they didn't destroy humans. They just fed everybody a lot of sugar. And now everyone's going to wake up and say, "Hey, we're going to start having like sugar-free social media."
Right. Right. Well, there's a lot to unpack there. I think some people certainly have the capacity for that. And I certainly think, I mean, it's very interesting, even the way you said it. You woke up one day and you thought, well, this doesn't feel very good.
Yeah.
Well, that's still your limbic system saying this doesn't feel very good, right? You have a cat brain's worth of neurons around your gut, right? And so maybe that saturated and that was telling you, hey, this isn't good. Humans are more than just mice looking for cheese or monkeys looking for sex and power, right? So
Okay, let's slow down. Now a lot of people would argue with you on that one, but
but
yes.
we're more than just that, but we're at least that. And we're
Okay.
very, very seldom not that. So I don't actually disagree with you that we could be better and that better platforms exist and people are voluntarily noping out of things like Facebook and noping out of it.
That's an
Yeah.
awesome verb.
It's a great term. Yeah, I love it. I use it all the time. You're
I'm gonna have
welcome,
to
Lex.
nope out of that.
I want to
Thank you.
nope out of that, right? It's going to be a hard pass. And that's great, but that's again to your point, that's the first generation of front-facing cameras, of social pressures, and you as a, self-starter, self-aware adult have the capacity to say, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go and spend time on long-form reads. I'm going to spend time managing my attention. I'm going to do some yoga. If you're a 15-year-old in high school and your entire social environment is everyone doing these things, guess what you're going to do? You're going to kind of have to do that because your limbic system says, hey, I need to get the guy or the girl or the whatever. And that's what I'm going to do. And so one of the things that we have to reason about here is the social media systems or, social media, I think is our first encounter with a technological system that runs a bit of a loop around our own cognition and attention. It's not the last. It's far from the last. And it gets to the heart of some of the philosophical Achilles heel of the Western philosophical system, which is each person gets to make their own determination. Each person is an individual that's, sacrosanct in their agency and their sovereignty and all these things. The problem with these systems is they come down and they are able to manage everyone en masse. And so every person's making their own decision, but together the bigger system is causing them to act with a group dynamic that's very profitable for people. So this is the issue that we have, is that our philosophies are actually not geared to understand what is it for a person to have a high trust connection as part of a collective, and for that collective to have its right to coherency and agency. That's something like when a social media app causes a family to break apart, it's done harm to more than just individuals, right? So that concept is not something we really talk about or think about very much, but that's actually the problem, is that we're vaporizing molecules into atomic units, and then we're hitting all the atoms with certain things that's like, yeah, well, that person chose to look at my app.
So our understanding of human nature is at the individual level. It emphasizes the individual too much because ultimately society operates at the collective level.
And these apps do as well.
And the apps do as well. So for us to understand the progression and the development of this organism we call human civilization, we have to think at the collective level too.
I would say multi-tiered.
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 So individual as well.
Individuals, family units, social collectives, and on the way up.